Hello everyone. In this short video, we'll be going over some of the system configurations that are necessary in order to install Hyper-V on your desktop computer or laptop, and in addition to the Visual Studio Community Edition 2015 in order to be successful for our Windows development course. So ultimately what you need is Windows 10 that, and not just any Windows 10, but a Windows 10 that can handle the Hyper-V system requirements. So in this article, and you can see the URL up at the top, you have the operating system requirements. And in particular, you'll need to have one of these three editions of Windows 10, Enterprise, Professional, or Education. I just recently upgraded to the Windows 10 Professional, and it cost me $99 on top of the Home one, which they gave out to many people for free. In addition, you'll need to have a fairly recent processor, so most of them are going to be 64-bit. A 32-bit processor will not be sufficient, and you need to have a minimum of 4 gigabytes of memory. However, the more the better when it comes to this, because as you'll see, the emulators really eat up a lot of memory when you're doing this kind of programming. So the first thing that I'd like you to do is to check how much memory you have available and what version of Windows 10 you have installed on your computer. So you can go down to the window and right click on it, and you can go into the control panel, and from the control panel go into the system and security, and find the place where you're going to have the administrative tools, and find the system information tool. Double click on that and you'll bring up a window. You see I have Microsoft Windows 10 Pro installed. If you don't, you'll know that you need to upgrade to a different version of Windows. And you can also see the processor that I have installed, and down here that I have 6 gigabytes of installed physical memory RAM. And so you want to have, again, at least 4 in order to be successful. So once you know what your processor is, then the next thing is to just follow the directions that are on this developer site, getting started with the Windows apps, which is referenced in the classroom. You are going to need to upgrade into Windows 10 Pro Edition or one of those other two if you don't already have it. The next step is to download the Visual Studio Community. I would suggest that you activate the Hyper-V in your Windows if it's not already done so after you've done the upgrade. Make sure that Hyper-V is enabled, and you can look at that through the Hyper-V website. Then you're going to download and install Visual Studio Community 2015, and there's instructions here that you can follow to help you get set up. Two last things. Once you have your Visual Studio Community 2015 downloaded, you're going to want to make sure that you either installed with the typical download of Visual Studio the Windows SDK software development kit, and if not, it's something that you can modify the installation of your Visual Studio in order to add in the Windows SDK component. And you'll also want to make sure that you've downloaded as part of the Visual Studio package the emulators. So the Windows emulators, there's a handful of them that are going to be very useful, and we're going to use them in this course right off the bat. So those are the main steps, is make sure you have a good enough processor, make sure you have the right version of Windows, make sure Hyper-V is installed, download Visual Studio, and make sure you get with it the Windows SDK package, and you get the emulators downloaded. That's it for this video. I hope this has been useful, and good luck with the course.